Hi guys, this is a van update. I know you guys are all curious to know how I like my vinyl on the outsides of my windows and how the van's been running lately since I've done some maintenance to it. So, check it out. Hi guys, well, here's an update on the van. It's running a lot better. That doesn't have as much stalling issues going on as it did. And from the research that I came up with, it's going to take it a little while to kind of iron itself out. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back and watch my video called Van Maintenance. And I will try to put a link in the description below so you guys can find it. Like I said before, I'm still not good at putting up these little card things that everybody else does. And but anyway, it details how I cleaned out my fuel system from the throttle body to the air cleaner. And I have a lifetime air cleaner filter on my van, so I cleaned that and then put protective oil on it and all that kind of stuff. So that video goes over all that, so I'm not going to talk about that too much anymore, but I will talk about the fact that it was stalling and dying quite a bit in low RPMs, and that has really minimized. I still get it every once in a while, but not like I was before. And I ran a fuel system cleaning additive in it for the first tank of gas after that, and it seemed to help clean it out a bit. And then I tried going to like a local independently owned gas station that's not Chevron or any of those guys and stuff, and because I've had good luck with their gas before, and put their gas in it just to see, with no additive, to see what happens. And it's actually liking that gas quite a bit. So I'm wondering if, because California requires all this stuff, and then we have all these other big box gas stations trying to like compete against each other, putting all these other little special things in their gas, I wonder if they tweaked it too much for a van like mine. And it could be. And if you guys have older vehicles, you're gonna really want to like watch this, especially if you live on the West Coast, because they do put a lot of weird stuff in the gas to supposedly make it so it doesn't create as much emissions and smog. So you can run into a lot of problems. And like I said before, I thought just running straight Chevron and using their premium product every once in a while to clean this thing out would be good enough, and it wasn't. In fact, the opposite was true. I think that it actually helped to bog it down even worse. So while I will not use Arco gas because I think it's pretty watered down, I am going to be experimenting with this local gas company for a little while and see how that pans out. And I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I will run an additive in the next tank just to see, if that makes a difference or not. And I'm kind of hoping I don't have to put all these additives in the van all the time, because that makes my gas really expensive. But just to get a heads up for you guys, like I say, if you have like a car that's a 2000s on back and it's giving you, stalling problems and things like that, it might just have a bunch of carbon in the system and need to be cleaned out. I saved myself a boatload of money because, I didn't take it to a shop. I actually figured this out myself, and sure enough, lo and behold, it was extremely filthy in there. And I figure, what I did actually was good for it, and it needed to be done, and it wasn't going to hurt the van. So I went ahead and did it. And I only spent like, $20, $22, $23 as opposed to what I would have spent at a shop, which could have been, in the hundreds of dollars. So I'm very proud that I did that. And like I say, so far so good. And I'm just, experimenting still. There still might be a spark plug issue with the van. I'm not sure. But like I say, the more I drive after I've done this, it's a gradual thing to where it's actually like, smoothing itself out. So I want to see first, how smooth I can get it before I just decided to dive in and change the spark plugs, because the guy that I bought it from told me he had just done the spark plugs not too long ago, and I really don't want to have to do that. I don't want to waste it. It's kind of nice to not have to change them, So, yeah, so I will be checking on that kind of stuff, and I will be experimenting, and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, and for all of you guys that are curious about my window vinyl that I put on my back windows and my side windows on the outside for like reflection of light and for privacy, this stuff is awesome. It's made by a company called Vivid out of Canada, and I do have a video on that as well if you guys want to check that out. And I show you how to put it on and everything. It's actually a pretty long video, but it's detailed. And I think that once you watch that video, you might be able to do your own tint job or, vinyl on your windows yourself without too much of an issue. And it will at least be functional. So, yeah, but just check that one out too. I think it's called One Way Window Vinyl for the Van or something like that. I'll try to put that in the link in the description below as well. But yeah, it worked out great. It reflects the sunlight awesome. I mean, I could touch a window that doesn't have it on it and then put my hand on the other window that does have it, and you could really feel the difference. You could actually feel the temperature difference with your hands, not just like inside the van. So it actually is great, because we've been having like temperatures up into like the high 90s and the 100s in the last couple weeks, and so it's been a real help to keep the sunlight out of my van, especially if I have to park in a spot where there's no shade and then I have to hurry up and like move into a spot. It actually like helps me to be able to keep the van a little bit cooler until I can get to the shade. And speaking of shade, I've been parking under trees a lot lately, and so my solar, it's charging and it's working, but I'm trying to be conservative with the battery because I know that it can't charge at its full capacity as well as it should. So I've been doing a lot of these videos where I don't have to edit quite as much, and also hiking in this kind of weather, nah. And by the time the sun goes down, you're pretty much exhausted. And I could get up really, really early in the morning and hike and do that too. I've done that before, but on either end, it doesn't matter. There's lots of bugs and mosquitoes out, so you're going to get eat up. So I just kind of, have been chilling out on that a little bit. I do have some awesome pictures of sunsets that I might want to share with you guys as well. But I have a lot of those, but we do have some spectacular sunsets where I live. So I like to share them. I tried to get a picture of the comet the last few nights because there's that weird comet going over, but I haven't been able to find it. I've looked and looked, and I haven't seen it. I guess I'm going out at the wrong times or something like that. They say from midnight to like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning is the best time to see it, but I haven't been able to see it. So, yeah, I wanted to get some pictures of that for you guys too. So if I can do that, I'll do that too. But just so you know that, like, I'm trying to do videos that I don't have to edit as much, so I don't have to charge my batteries on my phone and stuff as often, so that I can conserve my electricity. And I also want to conserve it so that I can keep the batteries charged on my fans, which are very important. So you're going to probably see a lot more talking head videos from me, which is fine because you guys seem to really enjoy them anyway. So, yeah, I guess this is my summertime deal here. But I will try to keep you guys posted on, how the van's doing. And, like I say, my windows are great and everything. And, I'm trying to put more stuff up if I do things to the van or for the van, just to share with you guys so that, you guys could get some ideas or maybe even a little bit of instruction if it's something that I know how to do. So I will be doing things like that. I would like to, at some point, paint the van if I do keep it long enough for that. And if I can find a place to do it. So I want to make a video about that as well if I can. But don't count on it because I really don't know from one day to the next what's going to happen and where I have to park. So yeah, and you can't just go out into the Home Depot parking lot or Lowe's parking lot or whatever and start painting without people, complaining, at least where I live. You're not going to be able to do that. You can't get away with that kind of stuff. And I have a friend who possibly would let me do it at her place, but she's always got some stuff going on. So, and right now the whole COVID thing and stuff like that, I'm just trying to stay away from people as much as possible and out of their yards. So yeah, so so there's that. So we'll see what happens. And like I say, this is just a little video to kind of update you guys. And man, I just can't wait till the weather cools off, and then I can go out and do some more really good adventuring and things like that. And I'm hoping that my life will turn around to where I don't have to work so much at my thrift store and or at all, so that I could just, like this time of year, go really high up in the mountains and cool off, or go someplace like, you know, up in the Northwest where it's cool all the time, or even out on the coast. So I don't have to worry about this, so I can do all of my awesome things that I like to do outside. But for right now, I just have to really just stay in the shade and do all the things I need to do to survive the heat so that I don't die. It's kind of like living out in the desert here, even though it's not really technically a desert. We do get that kind of weather here. So, yeah, only we don't get the monsoons or any of those cool things, you know. And thank God we don't get the dust storms or haboobs or whatever you want to call them. So, but anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this, you know, clarified some stuff that I had going on with the van and with my vinyl and all those questions you guys may have had. And like I said, you guys can go back and watch those videos too, the van maintenance one, and you know, the one-way window vinyl for the van. Those things are really comprehensive on it, I think, anyway. So hopefully the, you know, the stuff that I put out there is helping you guys out. And yeah, and just remember to check my video descriptions. I've been really trying hard to put stuff in there for you guys that might be interesting, and some random mashup videos. They're kind of surprised. You don't know which one it's going to be until you click on it. I kind of like doing that. So anyway, yeah, so thank you guys all for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. That's the best way to support my channel and to get me out there. And I'm almost to 1,000, guys. I'm like 937, I think, last time I looked, which I'm extremely excited about. And thank you so much, guys, for it. I couldn't have done all that without you, and it's been a real fun ride, and I'm having a blast. So thank you so very much, guys, and thank you for taking your time to watch me and my craziness. And I guess I'm gonna sign off now, and you guys have a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, and just keep on trucking around. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. All right, bye. It's so cool. My van looks just so pretty sitting there. That beautiful sunset. Freaking awesome.